Hey Sagittarius, welcome to the morning mess. Oh my gosh. If you think about Sagittarius, we're like not organized people, and like I'm not even sure, like I like to be clean, but we tend to like rule things like clutter and piles of things and everything. And so I strive all the time to make my readings look pretty and well put together, but it just ends up looking like a lot, right? So speaking of Sagittarius, we are building up to this full moon, which, if you hear people talk about it, because it's in Sagittarius, it feels good. It's going to feel optimistic and fun. It's not going to feel heavy the way that full moons do a lot of the times. I feel like we may be reflective, and I saw someone describe it that made a lot of sense to me. You think about Sagittarius and the bow and arrow, and it's kind of like the feeling of it is pulling the arrow back, because we shoot our arrow forward. That's what we do. And it does feel like nothing much is happening, but something's getting ready to happen. That's what it feels like. But I also want to say something I've noticed as a Sagittarius now, because I'm very open to energy, because, energy is my business. And a lot of the times when you are open, you tend to feel things a lot stronger. It's not to say that something's wrong if you're not. I mean, it's just that, my whole life is about this, to be honest, But I feel like Sagittarians, when there's a major transit in Sagittarius, we feel it. And the way that we feel it, and y'all can let me know in the comments if you find this to be true for yourself, or it could be like a Sagittarius new moon, Sagittarius season. It just feels, and it's hard to put into words, like a lot of energy. And it can be a little overwhelming. Like, what do I do with this? It's like passion. It's like fire raging, but not in an angry way, or not. It's just a lot of energy. And so, if you start feeling it, and I think that we feel shifts a lot. And so the answer is not meditation in this department. The answer is activity. So, there could be, and we hold a good deal of our energy in the sacral chakra. So it's a good time to do things that release energy for you. Active things that release energy. I always recommend dance. I know not everyone's out here trying to dance, but I think it is a good way. It's just do something that is active, intensive, to release if you feel like a buildup of energy. And you will know, even if you're not part of the woo-woo, you will know that. You will feel it. It is going to be a really good feeling full moon, and I actually think that it's going to be very, I don't usually suggest manifesting during a full moon, but I feel like we should really be thinking about where we're going, right? And it's all over your reading, and it was in the reading yesterday too, and the day before that. And it just feels a lot of, okay, getting ready. And it I said what I said. So here's the deal, Sag. If you're looking for personals, please check out the link in my description. Also, follow me on Instagram. I do some things on Instagram for all of the signs. I don't really, they're more collective in nature. But let's look at underneath the deck, Sag. Two of Cups, the Magician, and the Ace of Swords. It's really interesting here, honestly. I do feel like we're feeling the Gemini energy, and I feel like the way that we're connecting with ourselves and with others is making things happen. That is the momentum, and I feel like, though, subconsciously, you are really figuring out what you want to create. The magician always wants to make things better. And yes, the magician uses everything in his toolbox. But, especially if you've been a little confused about things you want to do, you could be getting answers about that. You could also be connecting with someone to co-create. Whether this is something you're wanting to create in your life, or it could be love, of course, because the Two of Cups does talk about, the heart space. All cups do, right? You could be connecting with someone you can really talk to, Sag. And it's really interesting because I feel like you could be connecting with someone who sees you for sure, but who you're able to fully share yourself with. So I will look at that in the extended, of course. And it could mean romance, or it could mean it doesn't have to mean romance. It just feels like an important connection for you. Because we like people who are doing stuff. And I feel like this is that energy, honestly. It is. It is. And later I'm going to do a full moon reading. So it's really interesting because you are very much about creating things, but also about learning more about what you want to create. So Sagittarius is always trying to learn. This is the Four of Wands, if you want to look at traditional tarot, but this is the Akashic Tarot, and this is about starting creative things. So you could be starting something new, looking into something that you want to do. It's possible, though, because it feels like you're the student here. And that doesn't mean you're going to school, Sag. It just means that you are learning about something that you want to do and that you're interested in. And I feel as if, this is the Hierophant. So you definitely are the student. And it's really interesting with this card because you're seeing ancestors here. This could be something that you feel pulled to in that way. It could be something that your ancestors have done that you want to learn more about. This could be spiritual in nature for sure, right? But I do feel like you're becoming this student here. You're learning more about something you want to try. And the Queen of Keys is the Queen of Pentacles, and with the King of Scrolls is the King of Swords. But you're taking a logical approach to this. I don't think like this is something that you're going to get into like blindly. It doesn't feel like a delusional kind of energy. It feels very logical as well. And so I feel like you get into the Queen of Keys is someone who is someone of authority. And we've seen earlier in the earlier readings how there is a woman coming in that may be helping you. But this is also very grounded energy. And you will be taking your time with this. And I feel like connecting with people who know about this. Because there is a real energy of like learning. And it's very interesting because the people affecting your energy is like, so Seeker of Horizons, Traveler, which is Sagittarius, and Learner. Both are Sagittarius, right? But these are other people. You're learning something new. So you definitely are the student here. And this is going to be a whole new experience. And it's definitely something you want to learn about that possibly you don't know much about. Okay? I like it. I like it. So what kind of day is it going to be, Sag? It's really that. I mean, the Four of Pentacles is about kind of holding back, being reserved. I don't feel like you're out here spending money, so that that could be something. But with the Knight of Wands, hello, there's so much wands here, so you're definitely feeling fire energy in terms of new moves, new adventures, and we've been in that energy, right? And I feel like you don't want, you're looking to explore new things. So I don't feel like it's that you're doing it, but that you're looking at it, if that makes sense. Because with the Four of Pentacles, we are holding back. Maybe you feel like, you don't have the time or the money to actually do it, but you're definitely looking into it. Yes, definitely. What you're receiving is the King of Wands and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups keeps showing up because we are in this energy of leaving something behind. And it feels like what you're leaving behind, you're definitely in this energy of like making space. And you'll leave shit behind that doesn't serve you. But there's also this energy of the non-movement part is coming to an end. You're having a whole new way of thinking about new things and developing a new vision and getting ready to move. And it could actually be like the King of Wands could be the person that's affecting you. But there's a lot of king energy here. Let me just say that. Now, I don't always take them as people. To me, it's all energy. But it could be someone here who is inspiring you to do something, right? And it is, you are leaving behind an old way, especially when it comes to risk. I feel like Sagittarius has been very guarded when it comes to risk as of, I don't know, for some time, right? But I feel like that is coming to an end for sure. Because the Page of Wands, you're ready. And there's something, there is a new direction. There is some unexpected news about something new that, the universe is actually supporting. This is an unexpected chain of events. Okay, so, yeah. And it's for the best, right? It's for the best because Jupiter, this is something too, like, especially if you've been waiting for new things in your life, because the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Jupiter moves slowly. And so this has been something that has been building, and it's kind of like you're getting news about it. So maybe you're getting ready to be able to do it, right? The challenge is the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Maybe patience is the challenge, or being able to see that this is a good thing, that this is taking you in a good direction, because, the Ace of Pentacles is the opportunity. And, with the Three of Wands, it's like you've waited for so long, and maybe you're kind of stuck in between this energy of opening up to new things and completing old things. So that is the limbo for sure, but maybe it's really difficult for you to see that things are coming, right? Because you've just been waiting so long. And the takeaway is the King of Pentacles, which is interesting because the Queen of Pentacles is here. And it's with the Nine of Wands. It's almost like what the universe wants to tell you is that the waiting has been necessary. The healing has been necessary. It has taught you it has been teaching you patience and how to power through things. And so, yes, wowza. On the bottom is the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Wands. All right, all right. The Seven of Cups. It's like all of a sudden life is going to be offering you so much. And so it may be like really hard for you to figure out which thing to go to first, right? But with the Knight of Cups, these are good things for sure. And Sagittarius has this tendency of putting too much on their plate. So you want to be careful about that with the Hangman there. You want to be careful about doing too much, because that is like the perception you're leaving. Wait, what? What, Sagittarius? So let's get some more information.